touch on this. Kobe's second act was better than his first act in the NBA. And why was that, man?
Um, I mean, his second act was better because I mean, it's honestly he continued to grow. One, he figured out what the essentials were for leadership, and he became a father. He became, in his words, he became a better father, better husband, and he became an advocate for women's sports. He also just the creative side of him came out in terms of getting awards for things he'd come up with as well. I mean, he just was, the basketball was only the tip of the iceberg for all the great and wonderful things that he had in store and in his mind to do. And once basketball was gone, you know they talked to him. I mean, I know I saw Up in Smoke or All Smoke, or I can't remember the name of the show. Sorry, but I know it's Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. And forgive me for not remembering or getting the name right if I messed it up. But watching that show was almost like Kobe wasn't missing basketball; he was missing the guys more than basketball. But he was very content in all the great and wonderful things he was able to do with his time now to make the world a better place, to make his world a better place, and more importantly, make his a better place for his daughter and his wife. And that kind of growth was amazing to watch. Just the man he became, him bringing his daughter to games and actually showing her different things, trying to help her reach her dreams. I mean, just being, I'm a girl dad myself. I have a 7-year-old daughter, so watching Kobe do those types of things, it was very inspirational to see the things he was doing with his daughter. And of course, I love doing things with my daughter as well. And it just was very great to watch and great to see the man he had become after the NBA as opposed to the guy he was in the NBA.
So something just came to me. Kobe died at the age of 41. So let's try to end this as I get to about the 36-minute mark. Let's try to end this at 51 minutes in honor of the age Kobe Bryant died at. Um, this is something we're doing on the fly. Um, you know, so let's try to get what we have to get off our chest in the next 5 or so minutes. Um, again, I can't say it enough. Kobe shows the growth of the man, the potential. Um, first to see a man in public at his lowest, and then see him in his highest uh, at the time of his death. I was blessed enough to talk to Kobe as an NBA journalist numerous times in scrims, but my only one-on-one interview with Kobe was on the red carpet at the film festival. I was sitting next to, I was standing next to the great Howard Beck, and I knew Howard Beck covered Kobe from the beginning. So, so my placement on the red carpet was strategic to a certain extent. They put a spot for you, so there's a certain amount of opportunity path. So I'm watching Howard, I'm watching Kobe, and Kobe calls Vanessa over and introduces him to Howard Beck, introduces her to Howard Beck. Shout out to Howard Beck. I believe he's with Bleacher Report now. I'm not sure.
Think he
Sorry about
left
that,
there.
brother.
I think he left there, but I'm not necessarily sure where he is currently right now.
Okay, sorry about that. We'll certainly tweet that out and tweet this to you so we can better people know where they can find your great NBA coverage. You've certainly been in the game for a long time. When Kobe invites Vanessa over to introduce her to somebody, you know that person is important. And that person on that red carpet that night was Howard Beck. Um, so, uh, and I spoke to Kobe. Uh, my first and only one-on-one interview with Kobe Bryant. This was about the premiere of his game basketball. Phil Jackson was there. them. I would post them strong. Um, and I asked Vanessa a question. And Vanessa didn't like the limelight, so she, kind of answered it quickly in order to get the attention back to her husband. I thought that was interesting because Vanessa didn't want the spotlight. That was for Kobe. She was trying to be in the background. Like, let you finish all the last couple of minutes. Um, Thank you for watching. Thank you, Mike, for your time.
Yes, sir. Man, you know, as far as Kobe, you remember the 81 points. You remember the championships. You remember the Mamba look that he gave you when he was feeling or he was feeling very passionate. But the one thing you always remember about him is definitely he and the Lakers organization were one and the same and wrapped around each other. They both were competitive. They both were used to a standard of excellence, and they just always reached higher. And they were meant to be together. And he was meant to be there his entire career, not anywhere else. Along with that, that fierce loyalty, that passion for doing for excellence, it carried off the court as well. And he just was an amazing person off the court as well. He had a sense of humor, which a lot of people probably didn't get into very much. He definitely cared for his family and cared for his kids. And that's the biggest memories I have for him. It's not necessarily what he did off the court, but what he did on the court. What he did on the court, I'm sorry, but what he did off the court was probably a little bit more memorable for me. I think Kobe the man off the court, it was more memorable for me than Kobe the basketball player. Even though I loved watching some of the things he was doing, and so some of the things would anger me and frustrate me as well. But there's no denying he was one of the greatest basketball players, of all time. There's no denying that he was one of the greatest. There's no denying that he had killer instinct that much many would kill for. So
Thank you, Mike, again. We're at the 41-minute mark.
yes, sir.
Let's all celebrate Kobe on January 26th, 2021, 1 year after his death. Kobe Bryant.